Welcome, Misfits, to Misfit Table. Good to see you again. We are in session 3 of the Misfit Tables Explore Isles of Mist. We are very excited to be here with you. For those of you who weren't able to make last session, I'll quickly do a little recap and then introduce you to our crew. So the airship Beck and Call last time got a very much needed break after their battle with the Mistfaen. They got to know each other a little bit better, had a wonderful dance competition on deck, which the captain, Dominic, even entered into after some prompting by the rest of the crew. During downtime, Crusher, Mad's little pet otter, found something kind of stuck into a barnacle, an air barnacle on the side of this airship. And it ended up being a sap seed. A sap seed is a tracking device used by the Greenlow people. When confronted with this knowledge, Zeldana freaked out. Took it after being offered it by Dominic and threw it out of a porthole. Panicked about somebody tracking the ship. While she was checking the rest of the ship for tracking devices, Kyburn, the ship's mechanic, and Johnny, the ship's, I guess, newly appointed bodyguard for the captain at least, snuck into the cargo bay that Zeldana had been guarding and keeping precious. We're able to sneak in, open up one of the crates by taking out the pins on the hinges on the door, and saw something inside, something alive and something large. They were not able to recognize what the animal was before they heard the creaking of stairs and Zeldana and Mads and I believe Dominic coming back downstairs. So they hurriedly shut everything back up, locked the door, and got out. And I believe that's where we left everything. We are in an airship in the sky, traveling across a broken continent of floating islands. This is the Isles of Mist. It is a world and a game system developed by my husband, Ashton Max Saylor, and myself, Callie Max Saylor, for Story Tables, which is our after-school program for children. And somebody was very popular for a second.
I was so popular, it was a spam risk.
Oh no, I'm pretty sure that was just people being very excited about Story Tables and cheering.
Really?
Popular.
Sorry, guys.
Popular. But yeah, so let's go ahead and introduce everybody else. I am your humble game master, or as we say in our program, story guide. I almost forgot for this. I will go ahead and let's have Tori introduce themselves first.
Hi, I am Tory Doctor. I play Mads. Mads, a wonderful character. You'll get to know him if you don't already. He probably already knows you, even though he doesn't know you at all. I'm from OBP Musical. We wrote a choose-your-own-adventure style fantasy musical where you, the audience, get to choose the path of the companions. This next show is May 22nd, 6 p.m. Mountain Time, 5 Pacific, starring Chatteroni, the San Francisco Treat. I don't know if you knew that was your nickname. It is now.
I mean, I was born there, so that's fine. Yeah.
And he is a delight. He is a treat.
He is a treat.
A bit cheesy.
Oh, he is a bit cheesy. This is perfect. All right, moving on.
And the music today is supplied by OPP Musical.
Yes, the music is supplied by OBP Musical. Thank you so much. I think it has really leveled up our Twitch stream. I don't have to find those terrible kind of plunky free music loops out there as much anymore, and I thank you. I thank you so much. Moving on, let's move over to the San Francisco Treat. Chad.
Hi, everyone. I'm Chad, the San Francisco Treat Yorish. Full-time sign shop worker, part-time actor, voiceover actor, and now star in the OBP musical, and also a member of the Reduced Shakespeare Company, and sometimes cat wrangler. And today I will be playing Kyburn Sky Smelter, who is the ship's engineer and all-around unfun guy.
Oh, if he's unfun, he's got the multi-tool. There's a lot of fun things you could do with that.
Oh, he's interesting. He's just not that
fun. Next up, Rose. Introduce yourself to all of the other misfits out there.
I'm Rose. I feel like I should have something else here. If you're the San Francisco treat, Chad, I guess I'll be the Marin Sweet. And I'm here playing Johnny Greenhollow, a last minute addition to this Misty crew. Here to provide protection and to see what's out there in those mists. And I am a professional interventionist and a amateur goofball.
She's a professional goofball. Come on.
I was just trying to be humble.
Yeah, I mean, you don't need to. Chris, go ahead and introduce you and your character.
All right. My name is Chris, and I play Dominic Beck, who is captain of the Beck and Call, who is way in over their head and is just sailing for answers to questions he may not even formulated yet fully. But beyond that, I post a lot on TikTok, whether it's information about D&D or tips and jokes and whatnot. And then I teach kiddos by day, and also a very nerdy goofball. So.
All right. Well, that is the ship's crew. These are our players tonight. Let us continue. So where we left off, everybody, I believe right now has successfully investigated the cargo bay. Zeldana was none the wiser. What do you guys do? It is now evening, getting on toward bedtime.
Mm-hmm. Well, I believe we had managed to get a tiny bit of shed fur from the box before we scampered. And
yellow and black fur you were able to collect.
Yes. And I know that I'd definitely be curious to maybe take this and consult with some folks who maybe are a little bit wiser than our good selves. Now, Kyburn, I'm not as familiar as with the captain as you are. My sense would be we take it to him first, but I don't know.
Let's make sure he's clear as Zeldana first. Don't want anything getting around. But we could probably start there. As loath as I am to say it, I bet Mads might be able to figure something out as well.
Figure it out, yes. Keep his mouth shut about it afterwards, maybe not.
Oh, that's a tall order.
He's not a tall man.
He's bigger on the inside.
Heart's big, I'll give that. For sure. But mouth's big too. So start with the captain, then we'll, squirrel it away for now and kind of reconvene after just simply, we did a sweep of the ship, or a swip, as it's known in a portmanteau.
That's the short term, the swip.
Yeah, it's the portmanteau. A sweep of the ship, a swip. And
that is now canon, by the way.
Excellent. Thank you for helping cover for me there.
Yeah, you go and take this to the captain. I'm going to go do another swip.
Wonderful. I appreciate your help.
Oh, everyone, hello. I was just taking a swip.
A lovely evening for a swip.
We all love a good swip.
After your quick swip of the ship, you see Dominic. He is no longer with Zeldana. Zeldana is currently on deck, scouring it for more tracking devices.
Okay. I'll just kind of try and catch Dominic's eye and kind of give a significant nod. I'm not going to interrupt. And, this isn't deathly urgent. The situation's not going to change in the next 10 minutes. But just so he knows when he's able to get away, we have something for him as his crew.
Um, I'm gonna finish the apple that I'm chewing on, and I'm going to throw it over, uh, overboard, and I'll casually walk over, and as I'm noticing, like I guess the look, and I'll just say, is this in reference to the SWIP? Because I heard the crew saying something about this, and I don't know what it is. A lot of people are confused. I'm confused. So if this is in reference to that, I can't help you.
Well, it's more about what we found on the SWIP.
All that, yeah. Well, okay. What? I look around. What did you find?
I will kind of keeping one hand on kind of one of my kite and sword pommels, will just discreetly open my palm a little bit, holding the edge of the fur between my thumb and forefinger to keep it secure in my palm, but keeping the rest of my fingers curved to sort of keep it a little bit out of sight. And just kind of very quietly let our captain know the cargo's living, sir.
Oh, okay. If that's the case. I mean, she would have to be feeding it in some kind of capacity. There, I mean, we could probably check in, with the kitchen, make sure that we haven't had I guess, an overuse of supplies. Unless there's supplies in the box. Did you see food in there? Did you see scraps? Anything that would indicate what kind of animal we're dealing with? Carnivore, omnivore, anything like that?
You saw leaves in there, and like some straw, but you didn't see any other food.
Yeah.
Now, for my money,
At least not right now.
It doesn't seem like any other food is going missing, but it does seem like we're running out of apples really quickly.
No, I think we got plenty of apples. I wouldn't worry about that too much. Maybe not much of the honey crisps, but the gala ones, we got plenty of those. No one likes those. The Okay, well, listen, if we got something living on here, we gotta put our heads together to think about what might be in there, because if we're also being tracked, that could be something exotic, something that, I mean, if it's only leaves, it probably isn't too dangerous to us unless other than its size. But so it has to be something precious and something
worth importing.
Well, yeah,
Johnny,
yeah.
you did see, Johnny and Kyburn, you did see that it had a very large stinger.
Okay. It certainly is equipped with a stinger. I wouldn't want to meet too close. They seem to be sleeping for now, but there are quite a few boxes, and well, we're all living on islands. I think we all know what it can do to a place to have suddenly a completely new animal on the shores of somewhere that's previously been a bit isolated. I'm not sure what the goal is here, and honestly, I'm not sure what the beast is neither, and nor is Kyburn now. Mads might know more. He seems like a scholarly gentleman, but I don't know if that's something that you want to trust with him or not. We'll follow your lead, of course. Your captain, your Verton.
Yeah, I think Mads might be definitely an approach. I mean, he does seem to be knowledgeable. I mean, he has definitely pulled some kind of weight in that capacity. If it's got a stinger, I can't listen. No matter what happens, I mean, it shouldn't be coming out of this hole. That was at least promised, and we get paid handsomely if we get it there in one piece. So the we're already in transit. There's nothing much we can do. We're probably already halfway there. There's no point turning around. Maybe even more than halfway there. We only got so many supplies. Might as well keep it going, get paid. But yeah, we could probably check in with Chad. And not Chad. With that, who's
The
Chad?
San Francisco treat. How's he gonna help?
Notorious
that guy.
San Francisco treat.
With the
I
beard
like that
that-
guy. He's a lot of hot air. Even more than a ruddy ship.
Actually, as you guys are talking, because Mads is such an imp, Mads, I want you to roll a wit check to see if you've been actually spying on this conversation the entire time.
Well, yeah, I was actually wondering. So, a
Wit
wit,
plus
hey?
perception.
All right. Well, actually, my skills are not chosen. Remember, the audience was supposed to choose them
That's
for
true.
me.
The audience was supposed to choose Mad's skills. All right. Should he take a perception skill? In this moment? What do you think? Or he could just take more dancing as a skill. I mean, he danced so spectacularly last time. I think that's earned almost.
I mean, I don't know about you, chap, but I would love to see like a beautiful dance scene between him and Crusher. I feel like there could be something really magical.
Could be. Oh, there is.
Well, the chat does say that he seems like a perceptive guy. The way he perceives things, the conclusions he draws from those perceptions remain to be in question.
A man of many
Go
perspectives.
ahead, take a perception skill, Tori. We can
All
leave the
right.
other one blank and see what happens.
Fantastic. That's exciting. Well, with my perception skill, it is a 6.
All right. Well, this was probably, let's see. Yeah, the DC was going to be like 7, but if you are, let me see your character sheet real quick. There is inspiration that you can get from completing your bonds, and we actually didn't talk about it last time. Do you mind if I share your bonds with the viewers?
Bond away, my friends.
All right, you have leave people better off, strength of 2. Fun is most important, strength of 1. You let everybody in a dance off, so I'll give you 1 for that. And leave people better off. I think you definitely healed people after that fight, and they were physically and mentally better off. So you've got 2 inspiration. Basically, how inspiration works in this game is it's not re-rolls. You can spend those like points, additive. So you could tip that 6 to a 7 if you want to use one of those inspirations.
Let's tip it to a 7, folks.
All right, you tip that over to a 7. I will mark down that inspiration so you don't have to worry about it. And you pop up. How do you approach them in the middle of them talking about to get you?
I say, oh dear, why is everyone talking so loud? I heard everything. Oh dear, you may want to keep your voices down if you want to keep it el secreto. What are we talking about? Allow me to recap. Yes, so there is a stinger on the live thing. Everyone is eating far too many apples. Captain, not looking at you, but looking at you in a general direction. And you want to know what kind of animal may be here. I mean, what a kind of animal may be here on the ship. Shh, keep it quiet, keep it secret, keep it safe, as they all say. You worried about my big mouth, ha! But there are parts of me that are much bigger. Know what I mean, Johnny? Yes, my ears, which is how I heard you.
I'm looking for the
Also
string on your
bigger.
back, and I don't see how anyone could have pulled it.
Oh, it's not on the back, it's in the front. And it's not been
I
pulled for a
walked
while.
right into that. That's my fault, people. That's my bad.
I'm gonna go for a swip. You guys.
Well,
Ah,
maybe we should all go for a swip together. And, I'll lean in and we'll, maybe a closer look would let you use, hopefully, the largest one you've got, which is your mind, and find out what the heck this is.
all right. I suggest, with my skill, agility, style, and grace, I sneakify myself into the cargo holds, and then I witness for myself, my own eyeballs, what we see, what you saw, and then I will tell you what I see, because I have wisdom galore in monsters, in animals, in monsters that look like animals, and animals that look like monsters. Werebeasts, they're beasts, everywhere a beast.
Since you have such a broad depth of knowledge about these things, might you be able to determine what it is based on its fur or,
Basic
feather
description,
or
maybe.
something?
Why not? I believe I might have some animal handling.
Dun, da-da.
Let me check if that is indeed
Add
the
your skills
case.
later, but let's do it. You have 2 skills. You now have animal handling and what was it? Perception?
Yep.
Yeah, there we go.
I love it
Beautiful.
when a plan comes together.
Roll a wisdom test plus your animal handling.
Can I
Okay.
help him if I also have that skill? Such as just trying to draw some attention to.
Yeah, and also
aspects
you're
of the
describing it to him. Yeah, I'll let you take advantage on the roll.
And can I also help by taking the all tool and turning it into a sort of microscope for which you can examine?
I would like to help by eating another apple.
You never see the doctor.
Well, I need all
Yeah,
advantage.
Chad, you
Okay, said
can
advantage.
create a microscope. I'm saying that you guys are doing this out of prying eyes. Perhaps you've taken it maybe over to let's say you guys are kind of crammed into Dominic's quarters.
Yeah, we're definitely kind of all cozied up in the captain's quarters. It's very uncomfortable, and we're low-key judging all his knickknacks.
And all the apple cores.
My animal handling. Oh, that's the San Francisco treat. With my animal handling, I have 6.
You have 6.
Now,
Okay.
I
Normally just from the description, you wouldn't know what this is, but now that you see the fur, not a lot of animals have this bright yellow fur with this dark fur combination. The way they describe it to you, you're kind of like you're like 6 legs. What's going on? The stinger is what really sets it off. And you had those weird stingers kind of grow out of the ship the other day. And it jogs some memories. These are likely bumble pigs. Bumble pigs are
beloved of my heart forever. I want one right now, immediately.
So bumble pigs are, the size of like about this big, about a little bit smaller than a normal pig. They are covered in fur. What?
So sorry, I apologize for interrupting. I'm just so excited by their existence. So what I'm hearing is that they are perfect cuddle sized.
Oh, they are perfect cuddle size. But you would not want to cuddle them. They have deadly stingers. They are normally very docile, except for when people come toward their nests or harm other bumble pigs. So bumble pigs give off a pheromone when they're killed or when they are stressed, which if smelled by other bumble pigs can create a swarm and likely kill other people. They originate in the Great Forest. Let's see, with a 6. Well, you're a Saren. Okay, so Sarens are healers. A Saren would definitely know this. Bumble pig honey is often very much sought after if you can get it because it has healing properties. They will heal your aura or your body without the need of a Saren healer. The thing is, it's hard to get to. It's in the Great Forest, which is filled with monsters and giant creatures and tribes of people, good and bad spirits. So it hasn't been commercially developed. It is still something that very few people know about. And if they do know about, they don't go seek it out. The bumble pigs also have vestigial wings on their backs. They're not really used for much, but they do use them for communication, and they often buzz even when they're sleeping. They kind of go buzz.
So they're a white noise machine that's the perfect cuddle size, and as long as I keep them happy and not stressed, no problems will arise.
Yes.
Yeah, pretty much.
You've just described me as well. It's amazing.
They don't normally take kindly to being confined, so it is odd that they are on the ship. These are wild creatures, and they normally have their hives of honey in the trunks of the gigantic trees that grow in the Great Forest.
I relay this to everyone with my covert voice. It sounds something like this. Everyone, the great big trees, native to the Great Forest.
I hand Mad some tea.
Yeah, would you like a lozenge?
Oh, yes, delighted. Lovely.
Oh, all right. So we're smuggling killer bees.
Yes, and be careful. You could be well stung.
When they approached me, they definitely didn't go into detail, and I may or may not have decided that it was best to just not know, as the individual who was hiring the Beck and Call had a bit of a gravitas to them. They're mysterious, but their money was good, and that's kind of what rang important at the time. So that is how we are here. Now, they haven't posed much of a problem, so I deem that we don't make too much of a fuss about this. And once we get to where we're getting, we get what we're owed, and we none the wiser.
Well, from everything we know, Celida isn't exactly a place that's well, hurting for ways to hurt. So one more won't make much of a difference.
All right, well then it's settled then. Okay, all right, cool. In that case, how many more days do we got left on this trip of ours?
You've got about a week and a half.
Man, okay. So for the next week and a half, we just got to pretend that we don't know what's in there. And if that were to come out, we would just say that you know what? I'm thinking maybe something with that fan that we encountered. We could just say that that we something was planted into our heads. I mean, we all kind of fuzzy afterwards, for whatever reason. We all have our own reasons, but we could just say that that we had some kind of suspicion because of that.
Well, also, Captain,
Yes.
as far as we all know, you've never seen it. You have no idea what it is. You're respecting what you've been hired to do. How can you know what it is if you've never seen it?
That's a fair point.
We have the suspicion of one passenger, but they've never seen it either. And the only folks who have seen it, well, we haven't, because we were never there. So
I don't know what we're even talking about.
Oh, the bumble pigs.
Right.
No.
Mads, no, we're not talking about bumble pigs.
Oh, what are we talking about then?
We're talking
nothing
about
exactly. You've got it in
gigantic
one.
ears.
Right, yes. Yes. Good one.
Mads, have you ever sworn an oath before?
Oh, I never swear.
Have you ever promised something?
Yes.
So
Did
you're
you keep it?
yeah.
No.
No. Okay. All right. Well, at least you're honest. Um. Okay. Well, we're just gonna we'll just see
I
how
can
this goes.
promise you that.
Yeah. um.
Situation.
Plausible deniability has always been my bread and butter, so we're just gonna do that.
Yes, sir. And we'll just keep an eye on things and make sure everything stays shut.
All righty then. Well, if y'all need me, I will be in the kitchen. I need to go hunt me some more of these apples. They're quite delicious. So if you don't mind, I'll be busy.
I thought they were Honey Crisp.
Hmm?
You've not
Yes.
heard that it's delicious.
Oh no, no. There. You know what? Yeah, you're right. There are apples that are called red delicious apples. But yes, the Honey Crisp. I think we're running low on them. But yeah, no. We got plenty of apples. Okay, you want me? I can bring you back some.
No, sir, those are for you. You're the captain.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, they're for anyone, really. I mean, seem to be the only one eating them. So.
Dominic, you go grab another apple. It is getting pretty late at this point. Normally at night, you have your night apple and go out on the deck and check for deck and check for what is going on. Who was that? Okay, I don't know if anybody else heard that echo, but that was frightening and not intentional.
Magic.
So Dominic, you go out on the deck, you have your night apple, and every night before you go to sleep, you often check to see if there's a mist storm. So I'd like you to tick off an aura, roll your willpower, and check in with your mist magic, just to see how it's feeling today.
That is something that I would do. That sounds just like me. Okay, so that is a I rolled it and I don't know what the place value is. Oh, that is a 10 on the die, 10 out of 10. And then let me mark off an aura.
So while there isn't a mist storm brewing, you do feel like all around this area there are a lot of mist paths. So mist paths are sort of weird corridors in the mist that kind of, when activated can transport people. Normally they're only activated by a very, powerful mist magician. But other than that, there is no storm a brewing.
Okay. I'll take that time to just remind myself in that moment then, since there's no current dangers, that that I just need to play this part a little bit longer. Just a little bit longer until I get what I need. And I'll grip the rails and look down. I do a casual look down just to see, and then make sure see if anyone's looking. And I'll take I have a signet ring on my hand, and I'll do a double tap on the rails, and then casually just walk after that nightly routine.
All right. Trevor is steering the ship. He says, Captain, has the watch been declared? Do we know who is on first watch, second watch, so forth? I don't mind taking first watch. And then Troy can do second. But my mom has been taking a lot of the watches at night, and I think it's taking a toll on her.
You know what? That's fair. How about I'll take some of these watches. I got a lot to mull over anyways. I got to do some reading and some writing. So I'll take the first few, and I'll wake up the next shift.
I'd appreciate that. Thank you.
Absolutely.
And he steers the ship. Is there anything else before people want to go to bed, or you tuck yourselves in?
I'm going to head to the galley for a little nighttime snack before bed for both Crusher and I.
Yeah, you head over to the galley. Deborah is there. She's hanging up her hammock. She actually sleeps in the galley area, puts her hammock up at night, and she says, "Oh, Mads, can I get you anything? Warm milk?"
Yes, no, yes, thank you. It's very kind of you, but you seem to be getting ready to sleep the night away, as they say. No, I can do this myself if you are so inclined to allow me to do it, because I've been feeding myself all this time. I don't need your help to do it.
No, nonsense. I know my way around the galley. It'll be much quicker if I do it. I don't need you going through the pots and pans and waking me up anyway. So what do you want?
Just some bread and some honey. I mean, not honey. Not honey. I don't want honey. I want some bread.
Oh, sure. Bread, butter?
Ah, yes. Delicious. Yes.
All
But
right,
no
sure.
honey.
No honey. It sounds like you got an allergy. I'll make sure.
Oh, that's so nice that you called me honey.
That's because you're so sweet. And she pinches your cheek. She gives you your bread and butter, strings up her hammock, and settles in for the night.
Sleep thee well, my sweetness.
Thanks, Mads. Get a good night's sleep.
Yes, I shall do my very best. You as well. Would you like a lullaby? I could sing you a lullaby to sleep.
You know what? Sure.
Oh, I guess I should know a lullaby. Here's one. You have two boys, they are nice, and I like when you make me rice. It is very good, it tastes so great, and when I think of you, I master the art of love.
She laughs pretty hard. Puts her hand over her mouth, and she's like, that was lovely, Mads. Have a good night.
Thank you. Let's go, Crusher.
All right. Anybody else before bed?
To other players, or is that?
Yeah, because that was beautiful. Honestly,
that was beautiful.
That's going to be stuck in my head for a while now. I'll catch myself singing it at inopportune moments.
Sure. Why not? You can give him inspiration. You gain a point back in your inspiration. There you go.
Thank you, one and all.
I mean, to be fair, your bond is leave people better off. So there you go. Is she better off? She definitely laughed. So
I don't know. Does he need to make a grace test to see if it's better
I
off
just
or
had a roll
not?
grace test, but he performed it. So I'm like, no, we're good.
Fair cop. Oh. Well, it's nothing so thrilling as that, but before settling down, Johnny is definitely going to take advantage of the moment to clear all these apple cores and just fix up Dominic's quarters a little bit because it's kind of painful.
Oh yeah, it's a bachelor pad for sure. There is definitely underwear under the bed that did not make it into the hamper. There are coffee stains on some of the books he's been reading. He left the porthole open, which is probably good because it airs it out.
These are all fixable things.
Yeah.
And, I've definitely seen worse at camp. And it's just, he's the captain. This is...
I mean, you were underground for a long time with other fighters in Lysa, sharing close quarters. So a little bit of beard hair,
is nothing.
This left away this is fine.
This is fine. And I know that this is kind of a first adventure for him, and he's our captain, he's our Burton. So what we can do to support him is crucial. So definitely kind of go in, just try and clear things up, make it a little bit of a more restful space and more conducive to him being able to make the decisions that he needs to make before doing just a few more sweeps of the deck and kind of watching, because we have been tracked.
Sure. You sweep up his room. You are able to scoot out of there before he enters and catches you sweeping up everything. You said you wanted to go up on deck?
Yes.
All right, sure. Yeah, you do a sweep of the deck. Looking around, go ahead and just roll a wit check. Do you just like go on the regular deck? Do you go up in the crow's nest, or do you just kind of like?
I go up in the crow's nest. I think that I know we've got our watch, but given that there was a tracking device, I just want to keep a weather eye out.
Sure. You can climb up into the crow's nest. You're very athletic, so I'm not going to have you roll a climb test here.
Thank goodness.
You get up there.
Time to roll a 1.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, I don't need you to critically fail to get up.
Just get tangled in the ropes.
Yeah. You get up into the crow's nest. There is the spyglass there attached to the side. Yeah, you can go ahead and just make a look through. There's not a lot out here. Obviously, you're still out over the Lost Lake, which, even when it was, there was quite large, very ocean sized. So there's really nothing around you but mist, but why not? Go ahead and roll a wit test plus any perception skill. And you get
5.
advantage because you have this spyglass.
I'll stick with the 5.
You stick with the 5. Yeah, it's a clear night.
Okay.
Quite pretty. Some of the mist is kind of like thickening up a little bit, but that's not anything you haven't seen before.
Okay. All right, so kind of just settle up there with my bow, blanket, and wait.
All right. Oh, you're gonna stay awake. All right. No problem.
I'll catch a few Z's once I know. Honestly, someone I trust a little bit more is on watch. The young lads are wonderful and earnest, but they are green. So when Kyburn or somebody is on watch, I'll catch some sleep. But I figure the young folks could probably use a little backup watch.
That's fair. You do see Trevor below deck. He sort of salutes at you with his little carving knife. He's, steering the ship, but also it's kind of boring. There's not a lot going on to steer for, so he's just whittling away. You see him whittling a horse. All right. Anyone else?
So I would like to catch a couple of Z's, but then on my watch, probably in the small hours of the morning, come above, quietly release Johnny. Who's steering the ship at that point? Like, do they take night and day shifts?
Dominic will probably be sailing it toward morning.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So then I will take a swip of the just around. I will strap into this harness for going over the side and just kind of check out the hull and see if there are any new unexplained barnacles anywhere.
Sure. All right, so that is your plan for the wee hours of the morning. Real quick, I need to let my cat out of my room before she has a heart attack. So hold on just a sec.
Oh, speaking of pets, I do want a bumble pig so badly. I really cannot express the depth of my need. I mean, you're torturing me here, Callie. We've got the squish, we have Crusher, and now we've got the bumble pigs. I need like the Beanie Baby collector's assortment, Isles of Mist collector edition, Toot Sweet.
Well, man. You know what? I actually described bumble pigs in a TikTok I did, and it went like really viral. And somebody did fan art of the bumble pigs.
Where
I would show it to you guys, but I kind of forgot about it until just this moment. I've been waiting to get some money to pay her for the art. Yeah. But it is cute as hell. We finally had some money come in for art and stuff like that for this system. So we'll get around to paying her, and maybe I can show it to you guys next time. It's really good. It's cute.
Fingers crossed. That would be amazing.
Yeah.
And someday I dream I would do it, but any art from me would be a stick figure at best. And really
sometimes makes it
like
cuter though.
Twig figure, not even quite stick figure, but I need the Crusher and Squish dancing. That will live on in my dreams.
I
Well, and so
know.
something about this system and this world that's constantly being created wasn't the Bumble Pig like created by a player at one
No,
point?
I created a Bumble Pig on the fly.
Okay.
I rolled a random
Okay.
encounter and I was like, Bumble Pig.
Sure. So yes,
And you were correct.
but it like every time I've had a venture into the system, like Bumble Pigs are always somewhere in there, and then other people are always coming up with different amalgamations of animals.
Oh yeah, the thing is so we have several tables in different cities, including online, and anything that either the kids create or the other story guides, we have 5 or 6 of them now, create our canon in this world. So, you know, if a story guide in Berkeley describes to us a creature that he used in a recent campaign, it is now canon in this world, and we try to bring it in to our stories here in like Albuquerque and so forth. So, and Bubble Pigs are definitely one of the reoccurring ones. 1, because awesome, and 2, because of that healing, the healing honey that they create. So no other creature right now creates like a healing potion essentially. So
Challenge accepted.
All right, you heard that, chat. Come get on it. What is your cool new healing creature?
yeah, I mean, if you inspire me with a creature that you guys come up with, let me know, or I will incorporate it into a game at some point and let you know how it goes with the youngins. We also run family games now, which is really fun, and we're hoping to run more of those. So like parents with kids on weekends. So that's really fun. Wasp weasels already exist. They do not create honey; they just create havoc. So
They're a-holes.
they're a-holes.
Mel McClell knows that I love bees so much, so this really is like it's speaking to me. So
Like a stinger to the heart.
it's just yes, it is. It's
Through the heart. Stung through the heart. All right, moving on. So let me roll some things
Oh,
for no reason.
no.
That's not daunting at all. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, it's good. Wow, okay.
That doesn't help.
Let's see. Okay, so Trevor is relieved by Troy. At that point, it is getting on to about 2 a.m. Rose, is Johnny still awake then, or are they?
I think
Taking a nap.
Kyburn swapped out around the wee small, so probably at that like 2 to 3 mark.
Okay.
I'm assuming is probably when that shift switched.
Sure. You and Kyburn are about to switch shifts. When you would see this probably before the others do, Troy is, you know, steering the ship, looking bored. You see Kyburn come up on deck. When a thicker mist starts to develop, just roll a wit test for me, please, plus perception if you've got it.
Is that both of us?
Actually, yeah, you as well, because this is coming from kind of like the back of the ship and kind of swirling over, and Troy has his back to it at the moment. He's just staring straight ahead.
And what do we add to this?
Perception.
Okay, so 6.
4.
4. Okay. Is that a 4 of a 4 or no?
No, 4
Okay.
on a D8.
4 on a D8. Okay, great. Yeah, so you guys see that the mist is getting thicker. It could be that a mist storm is on its way. You're still kind of reeling from the previous mist storm.
Batten down the hatches, secure all egresses, everyone below decks. Let's go.
Absolutely. I'll do
Tie
a
the
quick
wheel off.
tie everything down, do a quick swip, make sure that everything that needs to be latched is latched, make sure whatever can be tied down is tied down, and make sure everybody who can be brought down below is.
So everybody else is below. They're sleeping. The only person on deck right now is Troy. When you tell him what's up, he says, "Oh, okay." And he begins bringing in the sails. He kind of shows you how as well. You've been on the ship for a little while. You're starting to get a hold of it. You guys bring down the sails. This slows down the ship a bit, but it also makes sure that you're not rocked in the winds that often come in with a mist storm. Mm-hmm. You guys are gathering these up. Hold on, let me roll. Okay. You guys are gathering up the sails. You batten down the hatches. Everything is going good. Just as the mist gets pretty dang thick. It is hard to see right now. You can see maybe about 15 feet in front of you, and that's it. When the mist storm occurred last time, it didn't really present this way. It was more colorful. This is just white mist, like a foggy morning. I need, who was it? I need Kyburn and actually Johnny, looks like Troy is fine, to both roll a dodge, please.
Right.
That is grace plus dodge.
That's a 5 for me.
Okay.
8.
Okay. Hold on just a moment.
We're holding on as hard as we can. That's why we locked everything down.
Okay. Johnny, you're looking out through the mist. The visibility is poor. You're sort of feeling your way along the railing to get back downstairs. When you hear a swish of cloth behind you, and you kind of already clocked where Kyburn was and where Troy was. None of them should have been in your vicinity right behind you. And you dodge out of the way just in time, and right where your arm had been on the railing now is implanted a dagger.
A thrown dagger, I take it, not
thrown dagger. Yeah, you assume.
Okay.
Can't see anyone.
All right, I'll shout out to make sure that Kyburn and Tori know that we're under attack. Get below. And I'm just gonna draw my swords and try and turn towards where that might have been thrown from and press up against a little bit against kind of the edge of the ship if I can, kind of down towards where the stairs go below deck, so I get a little cover while I try and make out where this could have been thrown.
Sure. Go ahead and roll a wit test. And then over to Kyburn. Kyburn, you feel an arm come around your neck, and you are able to swat it away, but there is somebody behind you, directly behind you.
Do I get to do something?
Yes, you can make an action. So you dodged out of the way of it. What would you like to do as a reaction?
I want to step backwards real hard.
All right.
Just see if I can stomp on somebody's foot and just kind of lean my weight into them.
Sure, roll a strength test.
Where's my D10?
Dang, D10. All right, Kyburn.
Ooh, that will be a 9.
Ooh, a 9. Okay, let's see if they can dodge out of the way. Actually, let's see. They do not. You slam onto their foot and sort of knock them. I'm gonna roll a grace test to see if they get knocked over or not. Oh, they do. You hear a female grunt, like, oh! And you hear a slam onto the deck.
Nice.
All right, I will immediately turn around and jump on the prone person.
You will have to do that on the next round. Hold on just a moment. You see on the ground a woman. You're pretty sure it was a woman. It had a high-pitched voice. They are in a cloak, a deep green cloak. She has been knocked prone onto the deck. You cannot see her face. It is covered by a cowl. Johnny, you see no one. Did you roll a wit test?
I did, yes, 7.
7. Okay. You do you want to spend an inspiration point?
If I have one,
You
sure,
were
why
recorded.
not?
Let's find out. Keep fighting. Yeah, that'll do. You get a 2 for that one from last time.
All right.
Freedom, I don't know if you're free yet.
Not at all. I'm, in fact, very explicitly still working under a hierarchical structure.
All right, so we'll tick off 1 from that 2. That brings you to an 8. You see somebody right behind one of the masts. They're standing there. You cannot see their face. They are cloaked in dark colors.
Okay. How far away are they?
Actually, it's time to get over to Owlbear Rodeo, and let me get you guys set up here, all right?
Okay.
Johnny, you are over here. I'm gonna say you are also near the ballista. Kyburn, we will say that you are up on this part of the deck, and let me get Troy. Troy is near the steering wheel. He did hear you shout, though. All right, so and then I need to drop a couple of people. Hold on just a moment.
Should we take a break before combat?
Oh my gosh, it is 9 o'clock already. Yeah, let's do it. Do we have a sponsor tonight?
We do have a sponsor tonight. Tonight's sponsor has a message for all of you out there, and I hope that it's helpful for you because honestly, they're not just sponsoring us. I'm actually a user of their products, and it's really made a big difference for me. And so yeah, this is kind of almost more of an unboxing than a true ad. And you've worked hard to gain your arcane abilities. And now, after decades of study, pursuit, hard work, alchemical experiments, and the learning of eldritch secrets mankind was not meant to know, you're ready to go out with your first adventuring party and change the world for the better. But then it happens. How about just a short rest? Monks, fighters, warlocks, all of them, they just need a nap and they're ready to go. You're here to support them by bending the rules of reality, turning physics and the makings of the gods themselves into your playthings. And you need sleep to make that happen. But they've already got their key points. They've already got their packed boons and combat maneuvers ready. They're ready to go. And now they're all looking at you, just like high school, all over again. Well, now that never has to be you again, not with new long rest in a can. With long rest in a can, with a simple pill, you're ready to take on the world and completely unravel reality itself with just one pill. Long rest in a can gives you the equivalent of a long rest in that tiny little nap your colleagues need. But now you can be ready to go too, and no longer have to listen to the incessant complaining when you're trying to study. With new long rest in a can, with just one pill, you're ready to destroy the world. I mean, save it. It's your rest and your choice with a new long rest in a can by Vecnacore. Vecnacore is not responsible for Lovecraftian nightmares from which one can never wake, incurable gibbering madnesses, world-destroying miscasts, or life-destroying addictions. Talk to your cleric today to see if long rest in a can by Vecnacore is right for you and your party. Happy sleeping.
I can say that even with all of like the disclaimers, I think many parents would still take it. They'd be like, worth the risk.
Yeah,
Honestly?
anything long in the can is for me.
Like I said, you know, hey, I'm not just an advertiser. I'm a very satisfied user.
She's an influencer.
Yeah, guys.
Actually, oh my God. We need like a D&D like influencer who just like influences fake products from the
Honestly,
D&D
that would
world.
be a really fun character. Just the worst bard.
Just the worst bard. Oh, it would be so good. But they have to have like a Southern California accent, like just like
Definitely.
all of the vocal fry.
The right amount of vocal fry. But like, you know, speaking of fry, we're all fried and we're gonna take a quick break and then see you guys on the other side after, you know, we've had our long rest in a can.
Yeah, like totally.
See you soon. I guess. If you're cool. Whatever. We don't care. Bye. Okay.
Great done.
Nice.
Thank you.
Way to jump in there.
I am going to grab a beverage. I will be back.
Yes, be right back.
Long rest in a can.
All right, welcome back. Welcome back, Misfits, to Misfit Table. Hope you got your snack, hope you got your drink, because there are intruders aboard. This is a red alert. All right. So, Kyburn, you were able to strike somebody to the ground. Johnny, you were able to Glock a person over by the mast. You also gave a shout. I want you, let's see, who's below deck that would hear this?
Me with big ears.
With big ears.
We did establish. It's canon.
I think the only person would be Dominic. Dominic's on the second deck. Mads, you're below deck in the third area downwards.
Yeah,
so.
I don't think I would hear from there.
Yes. And also there's the engine to consider, which is still running. So Dominic, go ahead and roll a wit test. And then Johnny, go ahead and roll for your horse, which is also on that level.
Right. Okay, wit test?
Wit test, it looks like it's a D6.
Mm-hmm.
That is a 2 from me.
Okay.
My horse is smarter than my captain. So Agrona got a 5.
Agrona got a 5. Okay, and Agrona is somewhat telepathically linked to you. She can hear you speak, but she can't hear you speak in her mind, but she can feel your emotions, and she felt your emotions ramp up. So she is aware of you, and you are aware that she is aware. So this is not her turn to go, though.
What she chooses to do with that information is a different question.
Yeah, whether or not she runs to your aid or says piss off is, I guess, your role-playing prerogative. All right, hold on just a minute. I need to make some rolls. All right. I'm going to take that off. All right. You hear Troy shout out in alarm. You, Johnny, would be able to see him. Let me see it. Actually, would you be able to see him? Probably not. You were too focused on the other person, and he is one level ahead of you. Above you. But you hear him shout out, and then you kind of hear him muffled speaking, but you do not see him.
Okay, this was Troy, sorry.
What was that?
This was Troy, I heard shout out.
This is Troy, yeah. He's off to your left. Or at least you're pretty sure he is. That's where you left him anyway. Mm-hmm. Then Kyburn, it is the turn of the person in front of you. She whips her cloak backward and is about to get up, thinks better of it, kind of looks around, and then disappears in front of you. Reappearing. Hold on just a minute. Yep. All right. She reappears. Actually, you're not sure where she goes. She just disappears.
No. Cheating.
She decides she's gonna disappear for a second. Let's see. Yep, that's their turn. What do you guys do?
Well, I mean, if I still have eyes on this one by the mast, I'm right near a ballista. Can I turn the ballista and use archery to shoot him?
Let me see. So I feel like if you were developing a ballista, you would probably not want it to accidentally turn around on your crew. I'm gonna roll a luck test to see if it turns all the way around.
Okay.
A 9 out of 10. Yeah, this one's safety regulations are not as good. Dominic did not check in on the regulation all dome.
I actually specially modified that one myself.
Beautiful choice. I absolutely love it. You are correct on all counts, Kyburn. Sometimes you need to put a healthy fear into your own crew too. So it's multiple uses. Defense,
So yeah,
motivation.
you are able to flip the ballista around. Let me get the stats up for the ballista here. Just a minute.
Great, love this for me. I'm living my best life. I'm so excited.
If you critically fail, this will be very interesting.
Just like in Return of the Jedi, when Luke turns the cannon around and fires it at the ship, and then he and Leia go swinging off to the skiff. It's the same thing. Do we have a skiff? We need a skiff. All right.
We got to do a swip on the skiff.
Swip on the skiff.
A swift swip on the skiff.
That's too much.
It's our new vocal warm-up, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that will have to be the new vocal warm-up. All right, so what you will need to do here, she's got partial cover, so you're going to do this at disadvantage. Go ahead and roll a strength roll, and then add 2 to that.
Okay.
And roll it twice and take the lower.
Do I add my archery skill?
Oh, man. Yeah. Yeah, you do.
Excellent. All right. And can I apply my inspiration to this as well?
Actually, you can apply your inspiration, but this is the second round. Go ahead, or actually, this is like the true first round. Go ahead and take a combat pool point and mark that somewhere on your character sheet or on a piece of paper. The combat pool area is on the second page under combat actions. It'll say max CP and current CP. If you would like to do it on your character sheet. So go ahead and take, actually you get 1 above because you're a Revan, so you get 2.
Great. This is,
Nice.
I deleted all of mine. There we go. Let's try that again. Oh, I promise I'm not trying to cheat. I am just very bad at Google Sheets. Okay, I have 2. We're going theater of the mind here. Okay, the fact that this was disadvantaged made me so sad because otherwise I would have been in double digits. But since it's disadvantage, that's instead 5, 6, 8.
That is an 8. Okay, they do have a chance to dodge out of the way of this. Let me see if they do. Looking over there. That's Leaf, right? Okay, Leaf. Do you dodge? No, you can't dodge this. It's an 8?
8, yeah.
Okay. You see it graze their shoulder, and you see that blood immediately starts blooming underneath their chainmail. It cut straight through it and got to their arm. They swear and grab it and just stare daggers at you.
Okay, I completely ignore them then. At that point, they're bleeding. That gives us a point to track them. And I would like to use my movement, which is, I believe, that's grace +2. Is that right?
Yeah, so you used... That's... That was a ranged attack. So you just step. You move a number of meters equal to your grace number.
Okay. So my grace is 4. Can I go 1, 2, 3, 4 to try and move to where I last recall Tori being, since I am concerned for him?
Sure. You mean Troy, not Tori, I'm guessing. You switched.
Yes, I do. I know where Tori is.
We're all for Tori as well. Tori, how are you?
I'm all right.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm concerned for him too, but for different reasons.
Very different reasons.
Yeah, Johnny, you get you run up the stairs. You see Troy there. His eyes are wide, and all around him are vines, thick vines, and they're even across his mouth. The only thing you can see are his eyes, and they seem to be rooted to the deck of the ship.
Okay. I'll just
he is not strong enough to get out of those.
I'll just lock eyes with him and just say, "Do you trust me?"
He nods as well as he can.
We're getting you out of here, and we're going to get you safe and back down to your mom.
All right, so that was your turn. Moving here, let me roll a test here. Oh, okay. So Kyburn, you do not see the person who previously attacked you. Johnny, do you, like, through your feelings, would you summon your horse or not, or tell it to stay below deck?
I think that I would. This is a fight and blood's been shed. So I would kind of tell Agrona, got something started for you if you're ready to finish it. Out on the deck.
You feel like gratitude. Like this is something they've been waiting for.
Yeah. I subconsciously lick my lips a little bit as Agrona smells the blood herself.
All right. So she will move on the next turn. Let me make a roll here. All right. Let's see. All right, Kyburn, please make a dodge with disadvantage since you cannot see this person.
Okay. So I haven't taken an action since they took their last action.
So they disappeared.
Right.
That's right. You haven't taken an action. Go ahead. Sorry about that. And did you take a combat pool point? By the way, they go to 0 when there's no combat, so you should be at 1 now.
Okay. Great. I'm at 1 CP. Can I hear the thunk of the ballista and the cursing of the person who just got grazed?
Oh yeah, that's super loud.
Okay. So
you don't know what exactly happened, but you hear a thunk and you definitely hear swearing.
So I want to move in the direction of the swearing because that is music to my ears.
All right. So how far you can move depends on what action you're going to take. If you're going to take a ranged action, you can move grace meters. If it's a melee or using an item, it's grace meters plus 4 meters. If you're just going to run for your action, it's grace plus 10 meters.
I am going to move with the intent to smack mightily.
Smack mightily. All right. See if you can get over there. Your grace number plus 4 meters.
So 6. I'm not exactly sure how far that is on here.
So there's some dots on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You don't quite make it. You would be right here. Okay. You could do something ranged potentially.
Fine. I will pull out my shovel.
All right. What do you do with the shovel?
Can I see the person standing next to the mast?
You can. They are clutching their arm.
Cool. I chuck the shovel at him.
You chuck the shovel at him. Go ahead and roll a strength roll.
You shovel chucker.
That is a 10 on the die.
Oh, man. All right. Let's see here. Why did I make her so not graceful? You hit her and you knock her out right onto the ground. You see the hood goes back, and you see a Revan woman on the deck that you've never seen before in your life.
A not very impressive Revan woman. I don't think she doesn't count as a real Revan. We don't claim her.
We don't claim her.
I believe we're establishing canon now for these Misfit Tables games. At least once in a campaign, somebody has to chuck a shovel at somebody else.
That is true. It was me last time. I took it for the team. You have
love
now
that for you.
created a legacy.
Yeah, I grabbed the torch and I chucked it at her.
So misfit table : shovel chuckers. Got it.
And I guess that's all I can do.
All right. You guys hear. I think that's everyone's turn. Troy is stuck in vines.
Actually,
Dominic, roll again to see if you hear anything.
Can I have done a free action to call out, what's attack?
Yeah, you give another shout. Dominic, go ahead and roll this with advantage.
Okie dokie. The first roll was a 5 out of 6. And the second roll was a 1 out of 6.
Well, if it's a 1, that could be a critical, so roll again.
Don't know.
If he's rolling at advantage, doesn't take the higher die first. But how does this work?
Well, so if he rolls, that's one roll. Rolling a 1 is still contributes to the other roll, right? So he could critically fail, and then we would discard it. But if he critically succeeds, that's better than a 5, right?
Let's find out. That'll be a 3.
A 3. Okay, so we just ignore that roll since you had advantage.
Okay.
A 5 was actually the DC. You just don't critically succeed on hearing this. You hear a shout from Cryborn above deck. You're not exactly sure what he said because the wind sort of just took it away. But he doesn't normally shout in the middle of the night, and he's not normally on deck in the middle of the night.
That's a fair point. Okay, I guess I'll use whatever I can to. I don't really have much on me for all intents and purposes when it comes to combat, so I'll just take what I need as far as clothing, whatever it is I'm wearing, and
a nice terry cloth robe.
Yeah,
I was imagining one of those striped robes with the little hat, like full snork Mimi. But I mean, I guess terry cloth robe is good too.
It's good for the skin. So I'll open the door and I'll just say, yeah, and I'll just try to scream for where are you? Which way am I going? Up or down? Up or down?
So you're actually, I forgot, you are on the same deck right now that all of this commotion is happening on. So you come out right about here. You see Kyborn standing there. You see a shovel sort of pointing directly at an unconscious woman that you don't recognize at all. It is very misty, so that's all you see.
Okay. And you always ask me why I'd need a shovel when we're at the sky.
It doesn't make sense to have a shovel. In this moment, I guess it does, but normally it doesn't. I'm going to see if I can screen, I guess, down into the lower decks for someone to get Mads up for medical reasons. And then I don't know if I have like an action per se, or if that's something that would take up the action.
I forgot that Kyburn hadn't taken his action, so we're still in your guys' roles. So yeah, you can take an action.
I'll after see if I can get Mads up. I'm gonna go ahead and use where is it? I just had it. The newfound ability called Aura Sight. I'm gonna use that magical ability to gain some basic information about an individual and to see roughly how much aura they have. Sure. But I'd like to target it. I know that the person unconscious is unconscious, but I'd like to see if I can get anything from them while they're unconscious.
Sure. Go ahead and tick off an aura and roll willpower.
Alrighty. That is an 8 out of 10.
You sense that their current aura, in technical terms, is at 0. They are unconscious and haven't taken any injury. Their maximum aura is 14. And you sense that they are a magic user.
I'll quickly turn to Kyber, and I'll just say that one there is definitely down for the count. Magical abilities, but let's see if we can get her cuffed up.
Right, Captain.
All right, so you say that to Kyburn, then you said you go below deck?
Yeah, I'm going to see if I can get Mads up.
Okay.
I will say that Beverly has really good hearing. They say sea otters have better hearing than most humans. So just throwing that out there.
Okay. Dominic, I'm just gonna move you since you're rolling, going down. Let me just check your stats here for a minute.
I don't think I can move very fast.
You're not the most graceful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll say you jump the stairs. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You see Deborah in her hammock. She is happily asleep. Squish is curled up right here on her chest. They are having some good Z's.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just when I get there, I'll just be very verbal and saying that, we need Mads up on the top deck ASAP.
Paging Mads. Mads, please come to the top deck. Paging Mads, please.
Deborah says, yeah, sure, let's do it. He's his room's right over there. Mads, your otter, you feel it pushing you and rocking you back and forth urgently.
Oh, lullaby and good night. Lovely work. Work, Crusher. Let me just sleep a little while longer.
She pushes you even harder and kind of does like a little slap on the cheek.
Oh, dear. Oh, yes, of course. Is it time for you to make water? Do we need to head up deck? Oh, wait, is this an emergency? It's an emergency. I feel it. I can taste it in the air. Yes, I can taste it. Here we come. I'm coming. Everyone, I'm coming.
You quickly pull on your robe. Your otter has alerted you to what's going on.
Oh, thank you, Beverly. Here, I step out. Captain, I am at your service. What can I do for you? What's happening?
We need you on the top deck. There is hostilities going about, and we might need your expertise.
Fantastic! I shall do whatever my fair captain asks.
Yeah, we'll work on that later. But yeah, let's go. We're after you.
All right. With my grace.
So I just moved you out of your room. That was 6 paces out of 15 paces.
Beautiful.
That sounds nice. 15.
So you still have 9 to go.
All right. Well, then I will gladly. Please feel free to move me.
Okay, 1.
You've already moved me so many times these sessions.
7, 8. You get right to the doorway. And the horse, actually, before you get out there, Mads, the horse actually, since we're still in this turn order, comes out on deck and comes over to here. Johnny, you're able to see them. And Mads, you are able to see before you Qyburn standing over an unconscious woman.
Not the first time, huh?
I don't think that's the sort of thing you want to admit out loud.
What? Oh my God. All right. So I believe that is everybody's turn, unless I missed somebody. Oh, your otter is with you, Mads.
I moved.
Great.
Did we get Qyburn?
Yeah, Qyburn attacked a lady.
Okay, good.
Hit her with a shovel. Did you not see that?
Oh, that was this turn. Yeah,
Straight up chucks a shovel at a woman. All right. So you guys, so Mads, Qyburn, and Johnny, you are out on deck looking. You see a giant shadow in the mist fly overhead, right above the masts. And you hear a loud shriek of I don't know, like probably a bird, but more thunderous. A long, piercing caw of a giant bird. You're not exactly sure. The mist has obscured the silhouette of this creature.
On the ballistas right now.
I need to roll a thing. Hold on a minute.
Absolutely.
Sounds like one of them mist rappers.
Missed Rook. I will try and do a quick swipe to at least get Troy free enough to get himself below decks before running back to the ballista.
Okay. Yeah, on your turn, you may do that. Right now, it is this mysterious figure's turn. You see out of the mist a giant claw come toward the main mast here in the middle and rip at it. You hear the canvas ripping, you hear the wood splintering, and your ship has taken damage.
Okay.
To the masts. All right. I suppose it's close enough. You see that this creature also is towing something behind it. You are looking at it from below, though. Kyburn and Johnny, go ahead and both roll. Oh, and Mads, go ahead and roll a wit test to see if you can kind of figure out what this is and what's going on.
If a 5 is a success, that will be a critical success. I rolled a 1 and then a 5.
Okay, thank you.
I rolled a 9.
For this is actually 8.
Then not so much. I was going to be like, oh wait, that's actually 6, but that does not matter.
So I also rolled a 1.
Okay.
And then followed that up with a 2.
Ooh, high roller.
So because this is a DC 8, and you both rolled below an 8, even though you got that 5, Rose, that's considered a failure. You both critically failed this. So give me a moment to think of what that means on a perception check. Mads, what did you get?
9.
9. All right. That is a success. You are pretty sure, it doesn't make sense, but you're pretty sure this is a giant crow. You've never seen a giant crow before, but it's got all of the look of a crow. That caw you heard sounded like a crow. And attached to it is a harness, and it appears to be towing a floating nest.
Giant crow towing a floating nest.
No, I'm pretty
Just
sure
a
that's
cloud.
a storm dragon.
I think it's a cloud. It's a shape in the mist, you guys.
That one looks like an arm.
Oh, yeah. No, I see that. That one sort of looks a little bit sort of like Frankfurters.
You guys, you're staring at it. You're not exactly sure what it is. You remember hearing that dragons can sometimes sound like birds? And you see this entire thing as one shape. It's not a bird towing a nest like Mad said. This is for sure a dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
I mean, that
you guys are royally screwed. This is a dragon.
Okay.
You hear, and Kyburn, you also think this is a dragon.
Oh, aye.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to fight one of these.
Okay.
I got my dragon fighting shovel right here.
I mean, Mads isn't always right. Like, you can't always trust what Mads says. Just go with your instinct. This is a dragon.
Well, I mean, why would a crow even be here? There's no place for it to land. There's nothing. It's not a crow. That's ridiculous. Where's the rest of the murder then? You know?
Yeah, exactly. They travel in packs. This doesn't make any
I'll
sense.
show you some murder in a second. Just let me get
I'll gladly be your accessory.
All right. That was the crow's turn. I gotta roll some other
The
rolls.
dragons.
the dragon.
All right. Down from the dragon, or crow towing a giant nest, depending on your perspective, jumps a figure coming down a line of rope that appears.
The dragon's giving birth.
No wonder it's obsessed.
The dragon has given birth to a figure that lands right in front of you, Johnny. You see a large man. He is covered in tattoos, and he has piercing red eyes and flaming red hair, red as blood.
About to get a
He
bunch more red on him.
nice. uh, can you dodge a 10?
So I do have the parry ability. How do I calculate what I can dodge? Is that just an opposed roll?
I think you would either, yeah, you could use parry as a strength roll.
Great.
And dodge would be a grace roll. So whichever one you would like to try.
Parry, please.
Right.
On the button.
On the button?
So 10.
10. Okay.
Not more or less than. It's just
I was like, what?
Apparently I'm using a shibboleth here.
A 10 succeeds, except they're going to spend their combat pool and bring that to an 11.
Well, then, can I spend mine?
Yes, you can. Do you want to bring it to an 11?
Absolutely.
All right.
Let's do this.
All right.
Swashbuckle.
You are able to parry 2 daggers that are coming right at you. Ping, ping. He snarls at you. He is going to, what is he going to do after that? He has another thing he can do.
He gives up.
He looks at you, snarls, looks all around. You're the biggest threat. He's going to attack you again. Yep. He gets to attack twice. I was wondering if he would attack the horse or you, but you are right in front of him.
Absolutely.
You will have to parry or dodge a 10 again.
Unlikely to happen twice, but never know your luck in the big miss. Definitely not.
No, you didn't critically fail.
I was cool. I didn't critically fail, no, but I got close. I was cool for 1 minute though.
Okay. Well, if you are near a tipping point, don't forget you do have your inspiration.
Oh, no, I fully rolled a 2.
Oh, you fully rolled a 2. Okay. This time he swipes at your legs with his dagger. He, ducks down, swipes at your legs. That is a 10 damage to your aura. Your armor will soak up some of that damage.
Remembering what my armor is here. Great. You said it was 10 damage to the aura?
10 damage, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. All right.
Ooh. All right. Another figure dislocates itself from this dragon or raven and falls right in front of you, Qyburn. You see that this figure is very large. And on his shoulder is a kind of mean-looking monkey. It hisses at you as they hit the deck. They are going to attack you. Oh, that whiffs it. Unless, let me see, what's their combat skill? No. Wait. Sorry, hold on. I'm looking at their skills list here. Oh, yeah, that is. You need to dodge a 5, so this is not as hard as the previous.
So if I parry with a stone, would that make me a parry mason? Actually, I do want to parry.
Negative inspiration.
I'll see myself out. Or block, rather.
Yeah, you can block with your strength, or you can use your grace to dodge.
Okay, so that will
You need to be able to move when you dodge, though. You have to, if you're cornered, you can't.
So I'm blocking, which is going to be a 7.
That's going to be a 7. You are able to block this attack that is coming at you with a sword. The small monkey on this person's shoulder snarls at you and jumps at your face. Wow. 7.
Okay.
Right now, you can't block again, I don't believe, because you are keeping that sword from your face. So this will have to be a dodge action.
Okay. Then that is not the right die. 7 plus dodge will be a 6. But I can use a combat point, yes, to make that a 7.
Yeah, you can use a combat pull to dodge out of the way.
Okay.
All right, I'm just going to move your figure. You need to move 1 space anytime you dodge. Yeah, you are able to just quickly like go whoop with your head before this monkey scratches at your eyes. All right. That is their turn. Back to you guys.
Okay.
And so do we regain combat pool at the beginning?
You each get 1 combat pool. Revan get 1 more past the 1. So they get 2.
Okay.
And Mads, you can join in on this one as well.
Okay, great.
You are now on deck. Dominic, you know what's happening now, so you can also go up top. And Deborah is now aware that there is something up top as well. She actually turns to you, Dominic, and she says, "Oh gosh, are we being attacked? What's happening?"
From the looks of it, there seems to be some kind of hostilities on the top, so we're getting everyone down below. I know there might be another. I think Troy might be up there, so we're gonna get him down as soon as possible.
Troy! All right, I'm gonna get Trevor. We're coming up too.
No, you probably shouldn't do that.
But my boy!
We got him. We can get him down.
Roll a wit or grace test to try to persuade her to stay.
Okay,
This is a
all
mother.
right.
She's probably gonna go.
That's a very fair point. Ooh, I have a +1 on that. Okay. Persuasion. You said wit or grace?
Uh-huh.
Neither one's good.
You're gonna need an
that
8.
is a-
Can you get an 8?
No, I cannot get an 8 with any of these. They're my least.
Trevor.
They're my
and
least
she's gonna meet you up
skills.
top.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. I will be racing with her to go up.
You know what?
Are
The
you
more I
waiting
get
for
to
her?
know,
'Cause she's gonna have to take her turn to go get Trevor.
Yeah, so I'll race up and seeing what's transpiring on top, and seeing, and now that I see 2 new individuals and also a monkey, because I didn't see that last time when I left.
We got the monkeys. We got the monkey.
Very confused when I get back up, and I'm wondering how long I've been gone. Where this is transpired. I'm gonna see if I don't know if I have the range to do this, but I'm gonna try to use that same ability for the aura on the guy the individual that's next to Johnny. And if I can't reach them, I would go to the person next to Kyber and try to aura them.
You're going to be able to basically come up right behind where Mads was previously. You cannot cast magic using that much movement. So you basically run up there.
That's fine with me. Cool.
Yeah.
oh, I have an odd question. Now we're allowed coordinate our turns, right? So that we can do funky stuff by having different characters act at the same time?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So I'm at a higher level here, right? With Troy and Scary Ginger Wolf.
Yes.
And that kind of at the floor below us is Agrona, but quite close.
Yeah.
Can I attempt to just bull rush Ginger Wolf over to the balustrades and try and tip him over a little bit while Agrona reaches up with her scary carnivore horse teeth and grabs him by the hair and yanks him over.
Yeah. First, let's do your strength test to see if you can bowl this very bulky looking man over the edge of this raised platform.
Okay. Let's see. 10.
Ooh, okay. This is opposed. Let's see if he can do it. Oh, he got a 10.
Hurtful.
Yep.
What does that mean if we're even, Steven?
Let me see. If you're even, Steven, he succeeds. Unless you can tip it over.
No, I use my combat pool to get to that 10. Okay, and with Agrona, that would only be if that's not like a help action. That would only be if I was able to get Ginger Wolf to.
That's only if you were able to get him down. But she can kind of read your emotions, so she was ready there to act without you having to say anything. Unfortunately, it did not work out. You go to push him over the edge, and you do push him back a little bit. I will say that you rolled pretty high. So you have him pinned up against this, but you do not deal any damage, and he does not go off the edge. But he is pinned, so he will be a disadvantage to attack you on this next round.
Right. Since he is pinned, then can I try and lean a little bit to my left here while we're kind of stuck in this grapple and just shout at Troy to get below decks now?
He's still wound up in the vines.
I did slash at it beforehand, before going to the ballista.
Before going to the ballista? You mean, no, because the ballista is down here. I missed that.
Oh, it's okay. Maybe I didn't have time. I intended.
You just ran up there, I believe.
Yeah, I ran up there, and when we spotted the dragon, I said I was going to slice.
Right, you needed to take. You can only take one action on your turn.
Right. Okay. Thank you.
Sorry.
Still learning the system. Appreciate it. No worries.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I'll just try and make sure that I'm as much as possible between Ginger Wolf and Troy.
Oh yeah, you can kind of scoot yourself between them a little bit. Okay,
Ginger
that was your
Wolf
turn.
and Ginger Wolf and Troy, my eyes are dim. I can't.
All right. Well, you're singing there, Mads. Is there anything you would like to do?
Yes, I'm singing the "Get the Boy Free" song as I take my dagger. I want you to breathe, so get this leave off you.
Well, he is pretty far. He is up one level and across the deck.
Up a level. Okay, so can I see that?
Yeah,
I am.
I'm gonna kind of place you on the map. Right now on the main deck, you are right here. You come out from below this overhang. You are next to Kyburn.
Okay. So not here. I don't know if you can see me.
Actually, the monkey went past Kyburn, is right there. So.
Oh, the monkey.
A vicious-looking monkey right next to Kyburn.
Well, the monkey gets a dagger to the face is what really happens.
Woo!
Love that.
All right.
Roll your strength. Now try stab the monkey.
Are you throwing this or are you stabbing?
I am throwing.
Okay.
Is that strength or is that grace?
Strength.
Okay.
And you have two skills, so I know you don't have a dagger skill.
Well, when I roll this 6.
All right, let's see if this monkey dodges out of the way. He got a 6. Unfortunately, you chuck a dagger at the monkey. It dances nimbly out of the way and spits at you.
I spit back.
I love that.
If we get to flinging stuff, I'm going to fling right back.
Please kill the monkey before we get to that point.
Come on, Crusher!
The monkey looks at you kind of abashed, like no one's ever done that to it before. Like no one's reciprocated.
Hey, sometimes you gotta sink to their level. You know, if we teach you anything, people out there, it's sink to the level of your enemies.
That's right. When your enemies go low, you spit on them.
you go even lower to then be able to strike up.
Right where it hurts. Is there anything that Crusher would like to do on her turn?
Yes, Crusher is antithetical to all things expectorant. So Crusher wants to attack the monkey, the evil monkey.
All right, her strength is a D4. I'm excited to see how this goes for her.
I believe in you, Crusher. Crush him.
A 1.
That's a critical, so roll again.
A 4.
A 4 on a 4. All right, that is a success. That is a critical success. I'll say it doesn't even get a dodge action. Crusher sees this thing spit at you. You spit at it. Crusher's like, this thing is mean to my bestie. And she pounces on it. And the monkey is tackled to the floor, and it sort of hits its head on the deck and takes some damage.
Love that.
And that's why she's called Crusher.
Agrona never took her turn.
I was going to ask, but I didn't want to be. I've already accidentally tried to take more turns than my due.
Oh, no, it's fine. Getting used to the new turn order even had me confused for a minute, so don't worry about it. It's fine.
Okay.
It's just that last time when you used your movement, that was after your action, so that was from the previous turn, so you couldn't do another action.
Thank you. We'll get there. But by the time the campaign ends, I'll have finally figured it out. And all right. So I know that Agrona's combat actions require a combat pool, but can I basically use strength as a default attack without a combat pool action? Or is combat pool required?
Does she have a combat action?
She does have a combat action, but it does require a combat pool point. And I just didn't know if there was a combat action she could take that.
Yeah, she can just use her normal strength attack if you have no combat pool left to give her for that action.
Fantastic. Okay, now I think a horse going up steps sounds dangerous, especially an amphibious horse. That feels like that is asking for trouble.
No, I'm gonna say she's a spirit creature, an A-level spirit creature. She's fine.
Okay,
You can get upstairs.
Love that. All right. Because I feel like, Agrona wants blood and kind of high quality blood, and a monkey is gross. That does not sound delicious. So yeah, can we either try and chomp through the bars at Ginger Wolf, or go up the stairs and really pen him in and give a good kick?
You could do either of those.
Okay, great. Then I think Agrona is maybe a little less tactics based and a little bit more like ready. There's blood on the ground already. It is long past time for her due, and so yeah, Agrona is going to just try and reach up and kind of go to bite through his Achilles tendon right through the bars here of.
All right. Go ahead and roll a strength roll for Agrona.
Great. Okay. That's so exciting. You so rarely get to use a D12 in tabletop games. Okay, so let me get to the right. There we go. All right, that is a 10.
A 10. He tries to dodge out of the way of that, but he doesn't really see it coming because you have him pinned there, and he's not expecting a horse to rear up on its hind legs and chomp at him with razor sharp teeth.
Yeah.
You said it was a 10?
10.
A 10. All right. Let me go ahead. Some of that up.
Beautiful.
All right, cool. That's everyone, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think so.
All right, yeah. And Deborah is below deck. Before you ran up, Dominic, you heard her pounding on Trevor's door. You also heard Zeldana say, What's happening? So she is now fully awake as well.
Oh, goody.
Grona does actually affect damage on this redheaded, tatted stranger, and you do see blood dripping from his ankle. He is going to take his turn. He reaches into his pocket and takes something that you can't quite see, sniffs it up his nose, and you see his pupils dilate as he stares at you. And you aren't quite sure what is happening, but his injury stops bleeding, and he just screams in your face, spittle flying everywhere. This is a very spit-heavy episode.
Yeah.
You see the veins also pop out on his neck. He looks like he is just in some sort of crazy rage.
Not that he will probably be able to register it in this moment, but I won't even bother to wipe the spittle off my face, and I'll just look at him sort of tired and unimpressed and just say, "You're such a coward that you need to take drugs to stay in the fight, mate."
He just snarls at you and he says, "I don't need your judgments." And he is going to attack you with disadvantage because you have him pinned. Disadvantage.
You need special powders, though, apparently.
He uses performance-enhancing drugs, okay? He tries to attack you, but you are wearing armor, and he's sort of pinned against this railing at the moment. All right. So
Try that again, Sunshine.
What did you say? Repeat it.
Oh, want to try that again, Sunshine? Maybe honest this time?
He's pissed. Poor Troy. He's not even strong enough to attempt to get out of these vines. He's just sitting there watching this happen right next to him.
You know what, Troy? I've been there. We've all had our NPC days, man. We're like, something's going down right there.
This character here in front of you, Kyburn, this very tall-looking silver-haired Revan, takes his sword and is going to try to attack you again.
Well, I haven't gotten to do anything since the last time he attacked.
Wait, you didn't? I thought everybody took their turn. I asked if everybody took their turn.
I tried to say yes, but...
Oh, I'm sorry. You must have gotten drowned out.
That's because Grona hadn't gone yet. Is what happened.
Well, we'll just say you're on your turn. I'm sorry about that, Chad.
Also, it is 9:11.
Right. Well, we'll finish up your turn, and then I will get to the thing I was going to do.
Okay. Well, then my action is to step one step this way.
Okay.
And then attempt to push him off the rail.
Nice.
Okay.
So I'm just going to strong arm that with a 2.
Ooh. Yeah. You try to push him off the rail. He sort of hits the back, looks down, sees what you were about to attempt, and laughs and says, "I'm not afraid of heights. You should be afraid of me, though."
There's just more of you to hit, you big wee schemy.
You hear that caw from above again, and It is piercing, hurts your ears to hear. And landing on the deck, towing is this giant raven. It is going to land. I don't have really a raven piece right now, so we'll just we'll say it's right up here. It's big. It is.
Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that.
Yeah, it is. It has landed on the deck. It hasn't taken its turn yet, but I would like to reveal to you all what you're seeing. So, you see, just as Mad said it was no dragon, but a giant raven, with a bed, a nest, sort of boat behind it. Tied to it are 3 rounded float stones that seems to be keeping the craft aloft. And that's where we're going to leave it. On the enemy's turn, we will, except for old Mad Eye Steroid Man. He has
Steroid Man.
but we will leave it on the enemy's turn when we come back next week. Let's see if these heroes can make it out of this alive.
Oh, 0 promises, gang.
We won't.
Ginger Wolf's already taken a pretty hefty nip out of me.
Alrighty. Well, thank you everybody for tuning in. Pleasure to have you here. So happy to be bringing the world of Isles of Mist to the public. I hope you're enjoying yourselves, and we will likely be wrapping up either next week or the week after, depending on how things go, depending on the actions of our players. As we know, role-playing games never exactly go on time, so please tune in for maybe the epic conclusion next week.
You never know.
Also, like, subscribe, check out story tables. You can donate to us, commission a beautiful, adventurous, scary or sci-fi or ominous piece of music from Off the Beaten Path musical. Tori will build you something beautiful, I'm sure.
Okay. And don't forget to take a good swip of all of your necessaries before heading into bed tonight. You got to be sleep safe in your swip. Farewell.
And we will see you on Monday, 5 p.m. Pacific time, for Chad Yarish in Off the Beaten Path, a choose-your-own adventure-style fantasy musical where you, the audience, get to choose the path of the companions.
And I'll see y'all in the audience. You don't want me making the decisions. Come and make sure that I don't completely ruin it for these 2 lovely gentlemen.
And I will be in there in the comments rooting Rose on for her bad decisions.
Bad decisions are always so much more fun when you make them together.
All right, Thelma and Louise.
Let's just hold hands over this cliff, Rose.
Absolutely. All in.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Always have I roamed, ne'er a place to call my own, nor a bed to rest my head. But perhaps I was misled, for now I think I see how much still waits for me. I must find my way home to a place I call my own, where I am free to be whomever I may be. I must find my way home to a place I call my own, where I am free to be whomever I may be. Whomever I may be. was born of fear and strife, now on board of this ship, and on every trip I live by the shade, and I die by the knife. I must find my way home to a place I call my own, where I am free to be whomever I may be. I must find my way home to a place I call my own.